Congratulations. You found yourself in that strange part of the internet once again, but I'll repeat it again. I fucked that up still. I'm going to work on it, bro. It's okay because you're here with us. My name is Chris. This is Raul. This is Alex. Welcome to the Death Taco podcast. So, as you've gathered by the title, we're here to talk about Napoleon Dynamite. Now, before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and plug the social medias real quick. Make sure you guys follow the Instagram, the TikTok, both Death Taco Pod, Facebook, Death Taco Podcast. You guys know we're live right now on YouTube and Twitch. You guys want to plug your Instagrams or something while you're here?
Yeah, you can follow me at Raul the Barber 96 on Instagram and just Raul Escobar on Facebook. That's all I got.
Don't follow me on anything.
I respect that. You need to make a new Instagram, bro. Just put like tech guy.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, if you guys want to follow me, you can find me on anything really on my social life. That's my tag for basically everything. So it's kind of hard to miss.
I'll put those links in the description and post.
Forgets about it.
Probably will.
Right.
He's going to hit me up in like 3 days. Yo, those tags.
Yo, you forgot to plug your Instagram. You forgot to plug your Twitter. You forgot to put everything.
And before we get into this, guys, get the pregame shots in. Salud.
We got one viewer on YouTube already.
Death Taco, the Death Taco, huh? The Death Taco, the Death Taco, huh?
All right, so Napoleon Dynamite. I'm a little bit older than you guys. I think this movie came out in like 2004, 2006, something like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when it came out?
2004, I just looked it up.
Do you remember like when it came out in movie theaters?
No, I was 6. So
2004, it's 2000.
Carry the 2.
That's what, 17 years ago?
Yeah.
26, I don't even know. I was like 11 probably.
You were 9, bro.
Yeah, my bad. I'm horrible at math.
All right, so I was in 2004, 12. I was in middle school. So this was like right around my coming of age time. This movie had a huge fucking like cultural impact when it came out. Like it created a whole cadence of the way people spoke, the way Napoleon Dynamite talked. That like lazy slacker, hey guys, what's going on? That's like a thing that happened after this fucking movie. That and the Vote for Pedro t-shirts, which I fucking owned one.
do you still own it?
Clearly not.
Oh, okay.
But like, you know how kind of like at Walmart's nowadays, there's like a million anime tees and shit.
Yeah.
So at that time, you could only find like band t-shirts, Napoleon Dynamite t-shirts. And that's
Really?
about it. Shout out to Chipotle's son, my boy Calvin, with the host once again, coming in the clutch. But, so like, when was the first time you guys saw this? Was it today or had you seen it before? Or?
I had seen it before, bro, but I couldn't honestly tell you the first time I saw it. But I've seen it before and a few times.
Just as a random streaming movie?
Yeah.
Like I was thinking, like I watched it again last night, and I was thinking, like, I don't even remember when the first time I watched this movie, because like I remember bits and pieces of it, but I remember watching the whole thing. So I was like, I don't think this is my first time watching it like fully, or at least remembering the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. I remember I didn't see this movie at the movies, but like somehow I knew all the fucking references. Like that's how big this shit was. Like it was like Marvel level of like cultural impact. It was like Thanos, but Napoleon Dynamite instead, you know? So like, what do you guys like the movie? First and foremost, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was pretty funny, man.
Like, how would you rate it among comedies that you've seen?
It's not like, oh my god, like this movie's nonstop like funny, but it's I feel like it's more of a like a classic than like this is a comedy movie, like gold movie type thing.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys have seen the thumbnail that I have, it's where Napoleon Dynamite's head's cut off and there's like upside down crosses and shit. It's mostly going to lead to this question I have is like, what time period do you guys think this movie was set in?
Bro, that's what I was literally asking myself when I was watching it.
I think like early 80s,
I want to see that or 70s.
late 70s.
70s or 80s.
Yeah,
Like late 70s or early 80s for me.
yeah.
Okay. I remember that. And so, well, because the whole thing is like on the surface, I feel like this movie seems like, would you categorize it as like a family movie?
Not for like little kids, but if your kids are grown, like not preteens and older, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, there are some things where it's like not kid friendly, I guess, but it's not like oh my god, like your kid cannot watch this movie type thing. Like you can watch it, but it's like maybe one or two things you might have to explain to them.
It's not child humor. It's more like teenager humor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, how much like it's not super bad. I would consider super bad
not.
like
No, yeah.
that type of like
That's-
real graphic.
That's only.
teenage
I feel like
movie.
that's like on adults only for real, bro.
Yeah, but like Napoleon Dynamite to me comes off more as like slapstick. You
That's
know,
what I'm saying.
the-
You know, like preteens. You know, like 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, and shit like that could watch it.
yeah.
but
I
not
mean,
like-
even like a 6-year-old, bro, they could see it. And, like Napoleon's just a weird fucking dude, bro. He's like Pee Wee Herman.
I was like, I didn't realize that that the movie was PG. I thought it was like at least PG-13.
What would make you think it was PG-13?
I don't know. I just like because like I said, I remember watching this movie like thoroughly, like at least that I remember. So I'm thinking like, oh, this is like a PG-13 movie, like or maybe like some jokes in there or something like that. But then I saw the rating was PG, and I was like, what the hell? I thought this was like PG-13 at least.
Yeah, the humor in this movie, bro, never really stuck for me. Like I never saw Napoleon Dynamite and was like dying in my seat.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a favorite for me. Like, yeah, the characters are memorable, bro, but like I never. It's not like I walked away going like that was the movie. That was the one. It was just kind of I saw it. All right, vote for Pedro. The characters were unique and charismatic enough to where I was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna remember the laziness of Napoleon, the weird ass accent of Pedro, even Uncle Rico.
Yeah.
Living in the glory days, bro. That's like a world famous meme now still. And but nothing really left a lasting impression until I revisited it recently. Because like I've realized that with this podcast, I've liked looking at movies that are generally upbeat and kind of seeing if I can find like the dark shadows in them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And what I realized upon revisiting Napoleon Dynamite is that, like we said, it has this timeless feel to it. Even the way it's filmed seems like there's some glow filter on it. Like hazy, some fogginess. Like it's almost in this fucking dreamlike universe. Some would say that's just Idaho. Because I've never been there. Maybe that's just what it's like, bro. They're all just fucking isolated, bro. Never around each other. And the popular online theory I've seen about this movie is that it's a metaphor for loneliness. Each character represents a different form of loneliness. Could you guys pick that out?
Nah. not for
Yeah.
real.
When I think about it a little bit now, it's like the dad is more of like like you said, lives in his glory days. So it's like he's stuck in that and he doesn't want to live past that. Napoleon's more of like the socially awkward kid where no one really wants to like talk to him, but only like, the weird kids will talk to him as friends.
Shout out to my boy Pedro in the chat.
And then, I think was Kip like his brother?
Mhm.
Like his brother is more of like the, like I don't know, like,
He's chatting online with hot babes all day.
but he doesn't do anything else. Like he doesn't. He's socially awkward.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I don't know, something like that. Like they're all kind of like their own weirdness.
Yeah, and even like I read that supposedly the grandmother, how she was outgoing, she was out doing shit while these niggas were stuck at home, right? It's supposed to be flipping that trope that old people are typically the ones who are feeling that sense of loneliness. They're stuck at home while you're out living your best life and shit, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And this movie kind of did the opposite. So that's like the only thing I could find when I was looking up online, you know, theories about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see how nobody thought of, like, because I was looking up other topics to speak about, correct? like for this podcast. And there's a very popular Ed, and Eddie conspiracy theory. Do you guys know what Ed, and Eddie is, the old cartoon?
Yeah.
So the theory with that is that all the kids in Ed, and Eddie that live in the cul-de-sac are in purgatory, actually. Because they all represent a different time period, if you really think about it. And there's actually like a calendar, like delving into what is their actual years and shit. Because like the foreign farmer kid, 1903, the pretty blonde chick, she's like a hippie from the 1970s, and they all have these like fake backstories of how they died and shit and why they're stuck there. And that just kind of got like the gears turning for me, that like that kind of really relates to this, low-key. Like, I feel like every character seems like they don't belong, but they were cut and pasted into the fucking movie. And how you said you guys can't pinpoint the time, that just adds to the aesthetic that they're really in this like fake reality. It's not real.
Isn't this more like a creepypasta now? Isn't this like a creepypasta now?
No, because I thought it would be, but I actually have like evidence.
Oh, okay.
And so I'll just go ahead and get into it. So I think that the movie drops subtle hints how each of these characters died.
Okay.
And why they're all stuck there. You saw the movie this morning, you saw it last night, so it's all fresh, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. I only got halfway through though.
He's like, anyways.
So what if the opening scene, right? You know, Napoleon, he gets on the school bus with all these kids, right?
Yeah.
You notice how he's like noticeably about 6 years older than every other kid on the bus?
Yeah.
Or maybe he's even like 4 years older. Maybe he was a senior, they're all freshmen.
I was wondering though, like, I wonder what grade he would have been in, because I know he's obviously in high school, but like, would it be like, I was thinking he's either a freshman or like a senior.
Probably like a senior. I'd lean more towards that because he went to that dance.
Yeah, he went to prom.
But so he gets on the school bus, right? And what's the first thing he does? He takes that little toy
The
out,
doll and
he throws it out the fucking window, right?
Yeah.
Now, what if that... Now, like I said, because he's noticeably older than all these kids, what if he's not actually on this fucking bus? That's his spirit, because he was a kid who opened the door in the back of the bus and fell out, and his body got dragged on the fucking road. So that's him holding the doll out the window, dragging it, showing what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the first little like inkling that I got,
Damn, bro, I ain't think of that.
but it fits.
Right, it does.
Okay, then we
Okay.
go to... I'm going to go just all over the main characters.
Okay, go for it.
So
Convince me.
we got Pedro, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Pedro, he's a foreign kid.
From Guadalajara.
Guadalajara. Now, this comes to the Ed, and Eddie thing, right? Where they could have been like from different time periods. Napoleon seems like he's a late 90s, early 2000s kid. Pedro could be like a fucking foreign kid from like the fucking 50s or 70s or some shit, bro. He's dressed in classic, how would you call that? Like bicep outfit?
Yeah,
like
you
a
got the
cowboy?
boots on and
This
shit.
man dressing like my dad.
Yeah.
But his relatives, they all dress like modern times. They're cholo niggas, right?
Right.
He's got a sister. She's dressed like she's in the late 90s or whatever. So why is his outfit different? That's one example. Second example for Pedro is what happens in the middle of the movie to Pedro that's just random as shit. There's no explanation for it.
Man got shaved.
He gets really hot. He's always hot and he's always sweating.
But I don't want the shave part.
So he's got to shave his fucking head, right?
Yeah.
So what if the way Pedro died is he got sick? Some type of fever. He
Well,
just fucking
remember
died
he
of
went
sickness.
away for like he was sick for like a day. He missed it.
He's
He
sick
just said he
throughout the
got
whole
sick,
movie. He's
yeah.
always sick. He's always sweating. So what if that's how he went? He was fucking, he had a fever. He got some type of sickness, some illness, and that's why
Look at that COVID-19.
he's always hot and
predicted
shit and
COVID.
sweaty.
All right.
So that's what I thought. That made sense for that. That's how Pedro's stuck in this purgatory. And then we got Deb, the main love interest chick, right? So she has a thing where she's like door-to-door salesmaning. She's doing photography, private photos for people. You remember there's a scene where she has Uncle Rico the second time getting his photo taken. And he's pissed off at Napoleon, so he pulls that card out from his like jacket or whatever.
Yeah.
But before that, there's this tense moment where he's like creeping up on her, and she has this real nervous look, and she's like, "What are you doing?" Like if it's hatching up some flashback, like if she had gotten killed or some shit during one of those like photo shoots. That one's kind of a stretch, but it
I didn't
makes
get that
sense.
I mean, I watched it, and I mean, I guess that could make sense.
That and now we go to Uncle Rico. So where's the first place we see Uncle Rico?
In the middle of
that field.
nowhere.
In the field with his fucking van, right? He's always talking about the glory days. You could say that that's like just a character trope of a dude past his prime wanting to relive the glory days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, for the sake of the argument and the theory, what if he got into a fucking crash in that van while he was still in his prime, and he died with the van? That's why he still lives in the van. That's why the only thing he has in the movie is the fucking van. So he's just attached to it all the time. And that's how Uncle Rico is attached to the fucking Purgatory. And next would be Kip. So what do we know about Kip from the get-go? Chatting online with babes all day, right?
Yeah.
And what's the common trope of the early 2000s when kids were first experimenting with online chat?
Don't talk to strangers.
You don't talk to strangers. Why? Because they're probably, if you're a boy, it's probably a grown man out there trying to buff you.
All right.
So would it be out of the realm of possibility to assume that that's what happened to Kip? He got catfished, met up with some nut, took his ass out.
Uh-huh.
Now, it might just seem like I'm making up my own like fan fiction for all these characters, right?
Oh yeah.
And that is what I'm doing pretty much. This is
No,
all.
that's pretty. I'm pretty convinced so now.
I don't know, Chris. You haven't convinced me yet. I feel like
All
you're
right.
just kind of pulling this out of your ass.
But the only thing that gets me is that they're still aging.
Mhm.
Aren't they not supposed to be aging?
Well, I mean, we're only getting a brief glimpse into this specific period of time. Maybe that's the age they're set at. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we've seen them over years of time.
I mean, though, but like for example,
But like, why aren't they? My bad. Bro. Go
No,
ahead.
you're good. You're good. You go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
I was like, okay, then my thing is like, then why is Uncle Rico like in his 40s or whatever, while he was in his prime when he was like in high school?
Exactly.
Because it's a movie. And they
exactly
can't
what I was gonna
fucking
say.
fucking give you
Chris, you found
all
your
the
loophole.
answers. Okay, but listen. Let
You
me
found your loophole.
continue. Okay, let me continue.
Debunked you already.
Read my mind, bro.
Something weird that I noticed.
Okay.
So, do you know how the first time when Napoleon gets asked to feed the llama, right?
Yeah.
The grandma points to the counter. There's like a little tray of food, and it's got like flies and shit all around it, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so there's flies. No big deal. Later in the movie, Napoleon goes to some farm to work a job for a little bit, fucking with the chickens. On his lunch break, table of food, unnatural amount of flies again all over the fucking place. Flies everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, whatever. There's food. But there's a conversation that happens about 3/4 of the way through the movie between Napoleon and either Pedro or Deb. I can't remember. He's talking to somebody outside of their school.
Uh-huh.
And it's just a random conversation. There's upbeat music playing, but at the end of the conversation, they stop and they both stare at each other and they're smiling. Camera goes back and forth to their faces a few times. But while that's happening, the audio is clearly there to where you can hear flies still. Just out of nowhere. There's no food around. Maybe they're outside. That's why there'd be flies, but like, why?
Because they're outside.
Why did it have to be pointing that there was flies in that moment there?
Because they're outside.
What do we know that flies are attracted to?
To dead bodies.
To food or dead bodies.
And it's crazy because when Uncle Rico was taking a picture that first time, he swatted a fly too.
Why would a fly be there? Why would the director want us to know there were flies there in that moment?
Because there's flies everywhere.
But why would it be audible? Why would the audio pick it up that well? Why would it be highlighted?
I don't know.
Pedro said because they smell like shit. Nah, but yeah, so that's my argument to that. Another point.
Go on.
At the very end of the movie, Pedro's giving his fucking speech, right? He walks up to the stage and he's like, I don't know what to say, so I'm just going to bullshit. He's like, I'll promise you all chimichangas.
Didn't say that, but okay.
He's like, I'm going to have, I think we should have the school blessed. He's like, I've heard that the saint of El Santa Niño de la Cocha is a good one. Or no, Santa Niña de Tocha. You guys ever heard of that?
No.
So I looked it up because I was like, that's a very specific thing to say that I've never heard of.
Uh-huh.
So what that saint is from the 1500s. Apparently, some people, it's represented as a small child holding a pail of water and a scepter. And it's most famously known for being from some guys that were all in prison. That they said that they were being starved and that they were all being visited by the same little boy holding a fucking bucket of water and a scepter, giving them all shit to drink. So the saint became known as the Saint of the Abandoned or the Forgotten. I feel like it's a very specific fucking saint to name for this particular moment about people that I think are abandoned in purgatory.
Go on.
I think that's all I got.
No, I'm fucking with you, bro. It's
I'm Bruiser Chris.
no, I don't know. I'm just still stuck on that agent part, but I mean everything else makes sense, bro.
I'm Bruiser Chris. You ain't convincing me.
What's the...
I don't know. It just seems like a little point that you're just trying to get over to get some views.
poke holes in my argument?
Damn, bro, that was quite a comeback right there.
I don't know. I'm just not convinced. Like, I need more details, more to convince me.
Okay, so how about this? You
What
guys
about
didn't...
nah, they do try the time travel machine. Do you think that would be like? Nah, that's too far sketched. Never mind.
Maybe they did successfully time travel, and that's why like people from different generations are there. Because like you guys said, you thought the movie was set in the 70s or the 80s, and clearly that's another reason for the purgatory theory, right?
Uh-huh.
So Deb is fashioned like a character from the 80s. She has a side ponytail, right? The picture she shows Napoleon when she's selling her makeup and shit is a picture of a white blonde woman in a denim jacket that clearly looks like a bitch from the 80s, correct?
Okay.
However, Napoleon goes to a thrift shop later in the fucking movie. While he's in the thrift shop, yes, they have all this old technology. They got, VHS players. They got old-looking box TVs and shit. But on the shelf marked where it says TVs and shit, videotapes, there's a shelf above it that says CDs.
Mm-hmm.
CDs didn't come around till, the late 90s? Early 2000s?
I don't know.
I didn't catch that.
So that in and of itself lets you know this movie did take place in a time period later than what you guys are thinking it was, but Deb is clearly a person from this era, or at least is fashioned to look like that.
I don't know. Still not convinced.
Bullshit, bro.
I don't know, bro. This is like too much to think about right now.
Man, where'd you get this theory
That's a
from?
lot to process.
Did you make this up?
This is
You
me,
literally
nigga.
made
I
all this
literally
up,
thought
bro?
of this 5 minutes before you guys got here.
No wonder it sounds so bullshit.
Damn, bro.
How
I
is it
don't know.
bullshit? You haven't told me anything that tells me it's wrong.
Because this isn't a purgatory movie. This is a kid's movie, sir.
Have you ever seen the movie It Follows? I did a podcast on it.
Uh-huh.
So in It Follows, the whole premise of the movie is also that it would be timeless. So that they have old ass TVs with like knobs on them and shit. They look like TVs from the 50s. But there's a girl holding a fucking smartphone in the goddamn movie. That leads credence to that movie being fucking set in
It's
purgatory.
during the year 2004 to 2005. It shows it on his ID
Exactly.
in the movie.
So is that not all a little weird, bro?
But it shows anachronisms indicating that it would be more appropriately set in the 80s or 90s.
Correct. But the time is
In the
2000s.
Oh, I mean, shit, have you gone to a thrift store recently?
What about it?
Like, they still show shit like VHS tapes and like old TVs and everything there too.
But you both thought the movie was set in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
And mind you, they do that on purpose. They never show a car outside of Uncle Rico's van, so you can't gauge the year by the cars.
That's not true. There's
Low Rider?
Low Rider, the Pontiac.
Fucking from the 60s?
No,
When did that come out?
I don't fucking know. Let me look it up.
How you gonna tell me then?
Let me look.
It's just
this up.
everything, bro. Like the carpets, the way the houses are decorated, the way that people are dressed.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
But it's like they pick and choose, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
some
kinda
people
like this-
seem like they're there, but they're also from a different time period. And like you mentioned, I didn't even think of the time travel part.
right. I don't know.
So maybe time travel is a thing in this universe.
And everybody's coming back everybody just from a different part.
And there
a
are
different
some
year.
like Doctor Who motherfuckers just popping in and out.
Right.
But no, I think it's a solid argument.
Nah. Yeah, I fuck with your
Logic, bro.
yeah.
This guy here won't give me my fucking credence though.
But that's I don't know, bro.
It's a stretch.
Yeah, that's quite
It's a fucking stretch, bro. It's fun. It's fun to think about. When you rewatch the movie, you're going to think about these things that I'm telling you to pay attention to.
All right, it's 1964.
And beyond that, even, I fucking told you from the 60s. See, I know these things.
Yeah, okay. Pull it out your ass.
Bro, and look in the fucking, and there's a scene in the living room when the Napoleon's walking by. There's 2 pictures on the walls. It's of Kip and Napoleon. It's these professional photos. Black backdrop. I even took a picture of it on my phone. Black backdrop. It's a close-up of their face. One wide shot of them looking off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Isn't like the stepbrother picture almost? Like
what's the stepbrother picture?
Like the cover of the stepbrothers, remember?
I don't remember that movie well enough.
Goddamn.
But this one right here.
Cool, just pull it on the chat.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it's like the stepbrothers one.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me that looks like pictures you take like at a funeral, at a wake. These would be the things they would post, right?
I guess so.
I mean,
Yeah, that looks like it would be like the
guess.
front of car, like
Like the big portrait they
title,
cut
yeah.
out, right?
that or the title of that little card.
I just imagine
they
Napoleon
gave
Dynamite dies, and that's the first picture they show of it.
Look, it's there though.
I mean,
Is that not strange wall decor?
Yeah, I guess. So.
I mean, I guess if you want to be technical, I guess.
But okay. So explain to me again
My
how
goodness.
how it's gone.
I don't know, man. I feel like you're just stretching this out now at this point.
So I don't get any like good job there. It's a good theory.
I don't know. It's just like, oh, okay, this guy, because he died because of this. This guy died because of that.
Well, no, that's clearly made up and fake as fuck.
Nah, I fuck with those theories though, bro.
But they
make
fit.
sense.
They fit the narrative.
They hella do.
I don't know, man.
But the only thing that I'm questioning is why are they still aging? That's the only thing. Why is it not showing them at the age that they died?
Well, because I mean, it's possible. Okay, so Uncle Rico has 2 things I thought of that could have happened to him. One is he died in the van. That's why I think that he lives in the van still. Or what happens to him at the end of the movie when he's doing his door-to-door salesman shit and he starts fucking with the dude's wife? He gets his
fucked
ass
up.
beat.
Yeah.
So would it be a stretch to assume he's possibly done that before, and however he got beat to death?
Yeah, I guess so.
But then what about the woman that meets him after?
What do you mean? Well, that's a whole nother thing, right? So think of what the main story of Napoleon Dynamite is. What would you say the plot is?
Just your average week at high school.
Average week of high school, it's a day in the life. There's no real central villain, is there?
No.
Nah, not really.
I mean, Summer, the chick Pedro's running for president against.
And I guess the uncle,
Maybe the uncle, kind of.
ish.
Or could you say we're on a journey with all these characters to see who's going to figure out a way to escape?
Good job. I believe it. They just hit it. Nah, man. I'm just.
Shout out to the producer.
I'm just not believing it. Like, I'm not hating. I'm just not believing it.
Nah, but yeah, so like I think that's their whole journey is they're trying to see which characters are going to be able to escape this purgatory, right? And by the end of it, I think 2 of them get out.
Who?
My boy Kit meets LaFonda, right?
Mm-hmm.
She puts that motherfucker on a bus, and they get the hell out of there. And the way they spell LaFonda's name is very specific. It's La Fawn, F-A-W-N, duh, D-U-H, like a fawn, duh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know what a fawn symbolizes? It symbolizes pure and innocence, to respect one's slow growth at their own time.
I'm like in awe that you've done all this like research for this shit, bro. This
But
is
you did this
crazy.
all in 5 minutes, though.
Yeah, literally. I watched the movie at 10, and now I'm talking to you guys. And
Like, God.
so fucking yeah. So that's literally what her character represents, is her pulling Kip out of this purgatory like place. So you could say metaphorically, maybe that's like the movie's way of showing them ascending, going to fucking heaven, bro.
This man turned into
Or
a
maybe
gangster.
she's the one that robbed him and killed him.
Because think about, possibly.
This man,
Think about,
this man turned into a gangster and made it out.
Yeah. Bro, he found himself and he got the dip.
This dude.
But now think about like all the imagery that Napoleon Dynamite's drawing and shit, right?
Like the
What is he
liger.
drawing? He's drawing mythological creatures. One of them is a liger. But a lot of them are fucking Pegasus. A horse with wings. What was Pegasus representing in Greek mythology? I don't know because I didn't look it up. If I was to guess, though, somebody rode that motherfucker to heaven because I saw him with Hercules a lot.
Look at it right now.
Okay, so
I'm
while
about
I'm
to.
looking it up,
Look at this.
all right, he's looking it up. Okay, so
It's a mythical divine horse creature.
there was a point to this. What did you say before I went into this rant?
No, keep it going.
So yeah, it's all about ascension. Uncle Rico fucking
You said 2 people made it out.
people made it out. Uncle Rico, you brought up the woman. What about the woman? What does she mean?
Well, I was asking you, like, because you were saying that, like, either he died in a car crash, or he got messed up with Mr. Rex Kwando.
Well, not specifically that. I think it represents a similar scenario. That's what all this is.
No, I'm saying, but like, since the woman wasn't there in the first shot, but at the end, I'm believing it's that one chick's mom, right? I think so.
No, it was
It's
his
a whole
high school
different-
sweetheart. Yeah, it was a whole nother lady. Because
Ah.
he even casually mentions like, I lost the girl. She left me. So maybe it was like an ex-wife or some shit.
She just randomly just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, she just pops up at the end to save his ass.
What the fuck? I thought that was the same chick from the mom.
Nah, that was a whole nother lady.
Oh.
But now, yeah, so I think that he went through all those trials and he kind of finally made peace with the fact, that he can't live in his glory days. And that's why her coming is representing him just kind of going like, all right, I'm ready to move on. And you could say that it's just small town fucking people moving on from the small town. But like I said, just in terms of this metaphor I'm making up for the entire thing, it fits.
I don't know, man. I'm not still convinced. I see where you're going. I see where you're
Pegasus don't
going.
really have any meaning, bro. It's just
It's the horse.
it was just a horse that was passed around between a few guys, and a mortal had him for a little bit. He was the son of Poseidon, Poseidon. I don't know how you say that shit. Poseidon.
Yeah, you said right.
And Medusa, along with his brother, the Golden Sworded Crusader. Pegasus sprang forth most miraculously from his pregnant mother's neck after Perseus had beheaded her. He belonged to Greek hero Bellerophon for some time before being stabled by Zeus and tasked with drawing the chariot of his thunderbolts.
Go to the sea, man. You looked at Poseidon. Is that what you're looking to? Or you meant to say Pegasus?
Huh?
I was talking to Chris.
Oh, yeah, I meant to look up Pegasus.
I was like, why are you looking at Poseidon?
His name originates from the Greek word for springs, pege, which, since he was supposedly born near the springs of ocean.
Okay, here we go. So I'm going to share the screen for a second.
Help us make search better for you.
So in late antiquity, Pegasus' soaring flight was interpreted as an allegory of the soul's immortality. In modern times, it has been regarded as a symbol of poetic inspiration. So I think this little bold part right here, an allegory of the soul's immortality, could be another way that it would fit the narrative of Purgatory, being that's where your soul would rest until either you go up or down.
So pretty much you're chilling with that unicorn.
Was it a unicorn or a fucking Pegasus? Now that I'm thinking about it.
Now you're debunking your own theory, man.
Nah, bro, that's the point. I'm not confident in it. I'm just shooting the shit.
Okay,
Like,
so what about the liger?
What about the liger?
What does it mean
He
then?
like drawing shit, bro. He drew a picture of a bitch that looked like she had gotten run over by a car. I thought for a second, including her in the fucking thing, and being like, clearly this picture represented what she looked like after her airplane crashed.
Damn. That's fucked up.
But no, that'd have been a stretch.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not 100%. I'm not convinced on it. If anything, I could see this more being like creepypasta. That I'm like, yeah, it's not real, but it's just fun. It's just a funny little theory.
Well, clearly it's bullshit, bro. Because nobody else on the
I don't know,
internet
for a
has-
second,
nobody else on the internet has brought this up. So I just think
not
it's a
at all.
fun
I
conspiracy
fuck with
theory,
that,
bro.
though, definitely.
I was
Bro,
like,
the
I
thing with
That's
the
a good-ass
flies, bro,
theory.
the saint thing at the end, like those are legitimate fucking weird things. Like, why are they?
okay, now that you say that, maybe I believe you, but like
That is a legit.
at the same
theory.
time, I also feel like you're kind of like just making this bullshit up as you go.
Dude, of course I'm bullshitting, dude. Do you niggas know who the fuck I am, son?
Nah, that's a good.
That's why I
theory,
never
though.
followed it.
Listen here, you beautiful bitch. I'm about to fuck you up with some truth.
No, I don't
But
know.
anyways, yeah. So that's like my thing with Napoleon Dynamite.
I mean, I can see it. I would say another bullshitting, which is
It
probably
makes
why
it a lot more of a fun movie for me, at least. And
That-
because of Calvin, I got to take another shot. Do you guys want in?
I'm okay. I was like, no, okay. Bullshitting wise,
Legendary bullshitting status.
legendary bullshitting status. I'm like, all right, maybe I can fuck with it.
But no, like,
Like,
am I
look at
gonna
it-
like try to argue like this is exactly what the director was doing?
That's
Fuck no.
that's why I was like, I was like, I don't know if you for believing this or not. That's why I was a little confused.
No, dude.
Okay. Then yeah,
It's all hearsay.
I mean, okay.
It's staring at clouds and going, doesn't that cloud look like purgatory? That's pretty much what I did.
In 5 minutes, that makes sense, I guess. You are you.
But now, so how many stars do you give Napoleon Dynamite?
Out of how many?
Let's go 6 still.
No,
Throwback.
no more
I'll give
6
it
inches.
3.5.
No more inches anymore, sir.
We've matured beyond that.
Damn.
We're gonna know the origin of it though. Nobody else will.
I mean,
He's at 3.5.
I go 3.5.
Yo, I fucking the part that keeps coming back to my mind, bro, that I fucking died at was it's like right at the beginning where him and Kip are like going at it, and Kip's like, try it again and see what I got for you or something, and then Napoleon swings at him, and Kip blocks it and like hits him in the forehead, and and then I think the phone rings or something happens, and Napoleon slaps the fuck out of Kip before he takes off running, bro. I fucking started dying at that shit. That shit cracked me up, bro. He slapped the fuck out that dude.
Yeah, that's fucking funny.
Bro, every time that motherfucker like breathe, like you said, I never paid attention to how much he does that, but
sighed,
he does
he's like,
that a lot, bro. Just that. It's so fucking weird. Hey, low key though, I feel like I related a lot to Napoleon Dynamite. Like
High
on
school
some
days?
real shit, bro. High school days.
Put them tots in your pocket.
Well, no, more so like, you know, there's parts where he looks out the corner of his eyes and he sees somebody like watching him, so he's like, they're gonna be impressed by this. When he's playing tetherball, he starts trying to kick the fucking tetherball. Or like when he's on the bus, when he's throwing the doll out the window, he's looking out the corner of his eyes like, is he looking? He's gonna be blown away by this shit.
I was like, he told the kid to shut the fuck up. Like, fucking gosh, mind your fucking business.
I was this like really socially awkward kid, bro. So I was like, because I transferred from these random elementary schools. I was elementary school surfing. Bam, I'm in a constant middle school now with all these kids that have known each other forever. So nobody knew who the fuck I was. I wasn't adjusted to making new friends and shit. So it was a lot of time by myself. And there was a lot of situations where I was like, yo, they'll think this is dope.
How did that go for you?
It was really weird.
Okay, give me an example of something you did that I
That
like.
reminds me of of Superbad, how that dude has that problem with drawing dicks.
Yeah.
That reminds. That's what I think about of you, bro.
Just drawing cocks all over the place.
It's like,
I
watch
felt like you were
this.
that kid, bro.
I was like,
Pretty
okay,
much.
name me a time where you did something that I was like, watch this guy. It's like, this will impress him and it fucked you over.
So specifically on the school bus, right? I'm sitting next to this one. I don't know if she was Mexican or Middle Eastern. She was dark skinned.
Uh-huh.
Could have been both. And she was like looking over at me, right? I'm sitting on the bus. I'm like 14 years old or some shit, and I got a little Sharpie, right? And I was drawing like a little doodle on my hand. And then when I see her like looking over, I'm like, ooh, she didn't want to see this. Bro, I filled from fingertip to my goddamn shoulder right in front of this bitch. My arm with just like scribbles. I colored my arm in
What the fuck?
completely. And in my head, I was like, this will impress her. She probably thought I had Tourette's.
I'm like, what the hell made you think that was gonna impress her?
What made Napoleon think that kicking the fucking tetherball was going to be impressive? I don't know.
I mean, at least I can see that being a little more impressive than you just sharpening your whole hand
My arm.
or your whole arm.
The arm.
Bro, if you was my kid, I would have whooped your ass when you got home for that shit.
Is that what happened when you got home?
No, they never found out.
How the hell did I find out?
Bro, I know you had to have some type of like tint on your arm after
Yeah.
you washed it off.
I can't remember how I did it. I got it off, though.
Like before you got home? So you were walking around?
No, like, nobody... Fuck, I don't walk right up to my parents and high-five them when I went inside, bro. I walked in. What's up, guys? Went upstairs. Fucking...
Beat it off?
Yeah. Semen, okay? Semen gets out. Fucking Sharpie kids. Remember that.
Did anyone say anything to you while you were walking around? Like with like the whole Sharpie armed up or anything?
No, because a lot of kids, like, doodled on their fucking arms. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah, dude, not fucking.
Colored it in like I was the dude from 21 Pilots, bro.
What color did you use?
It was a black fucking Sharpie, dude.
I'm like, even to this day, I still don't understand the people that like get tattoos and do like a whole blackout sleeve or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I'm like, the only thing I can think of is maybe covering up like a bad tattoos. But if you already went through a whole arm with bad tattoos, then I mean, at that point, you kind of asked for it.
Yeah, but you guys got anything else to add about Napoleon Dynamite before we move on?
Cannon Heat. It's a banger.
What is?
Cannon Heat.
Can of Heat?
Candid Heat.
What's that?
The song that he dances to.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that what it's called?
I was more enthralled by the prom songs, the 80s jams.
Those are pretty good songs too. But I don't know. That song's a banger. And plus, that dance is iconic. I was reading into it. I was like, apparently everything was supposed to be improvised. It wasn't even supposed to end like that, or that wasn't even supposed to be part of the movie. I mean,
Yeah, bro, I think he improvised like 90% of everything that happened in that movie.
really,
Yeah. The character, everything.
bullshitting or be for real?
I'm bullshitting. I don't know for real.
Oh,
You know, he was only paid $1,000 to be that character, and then it was a $400,000 budget.
goddamn.
Nah, dude, he got ripped off.
Made $40 million.
Has that guy done anything since then?
Yeah, he was in Benchwarmers.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
was in Pedro. I forgot about
He
that.
was in Blades of Glory, where he
Blades
was the
of
figure
Glory.
skating guy.
Oh, that was him. Oh shit. I really need to go watch back these movies then.
He was. He
all
does a lot of
close.
voice acting now. He was in like one of them Halloween movies. I can't remember which one.
Oh shit. I didn't realize that was.
Yeah, I think it was Monster House.
Yeah, Monster House. He was the guy who worked at the arcade.
Oh. So
School
you
for
he.
Scoundrels, The Sasquatch Gang, Blades of Glory, Surf's Up, Movie McAllister, Mama's Boy,
So he does some decent stuff.
Legend of the Kung Fu Rabbit, Forever.
What the fuck?
Hey, you guys got to help me figure something out though.
What's up?
So in terms of my theory, right?
Uh-huh.
I couldn't quite figure out what the fuck the chicken coop scene represents.
Maybe how the other kids died there, or how I don't know. That's my only thing.
I don't know, like, because it was a really weird scene, even in the movie.
Well, where they were talking shit on him about how he doesn't have a job and doesn't make money, so
He goes to get a little job real quick. Right?
yeah.
He got a man's job at the farm.
And remember, he's asking the old dudes, do they have talons? He keeps saying, do they have talons? The old dude's like, what? And he's talking about the chicken's claws. Do they have claws? Is pretty much what he's asking.
Uh-huh.
Then he goes in there, and the chickens are all flipping the fuck out. And he's all scared and shit while he's putting them in. He gets done. He has, like, that lunch that looks...
It's
what
like-
the fuck was it? Like,
it was like
I don't
sandwiches,
understand.
like
It was
orange
like
juice
a-
or something.
Wasn't it like a tuna sandwich or something like that?
Tuna sandwich, boiled eggs, and orange juice, but he cracked an egg into the orange juice.
Yeah, because the man was enjoying it. Everyone else was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "I don't got my checkbook." He's
I was working, my bad. Take another shot. No, I'm good, bro.
calling you out on it.
I'm about to play this shit right now, the farm scene.
You don't remember it?
I didn't watch that part. I'm just trying to see it.
You could have had it pulled it up.
Yeah, I can pull up the damn farm scene.
Oh, it's cool, bro.
He's like, I don't want everyone to see.
No, but like, do you think? I don't know. The only thing I could think of, right, is that the farm scene could represent hell. Growing up, responsibility.
Being an adult.
Yeah, because like
Speaking English, boy.
him speaking of fucking talons and
Do
shit,
they
bro,
have
it's
large
claws.
talons?
Like in most, you think demon perceptions, they have claws, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of his fears is like, do they have claws? Because he says it poignantly a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know. That's what I thought, but I feel like that's more of a stretch even than the other shit I was already saying.
I feel like it's a little more of a stretch, but I mean, if you need to theorize,
He feeds them before they go to work.
I thought it was after.
No, it was after.
It's after?
They
No,
probably-
because he asked talons, and he's asking, do they have talons?
They skipped the chicken coop scene probably.
Yeah, they skipped that. I was watching it, and then I was like, I found on YouTube. It was supposed to be like a video that said the whole movie, Napoleon Dynamite, but a twist. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I started watching it because it's the whole movie, but it's just a Snapchat filter, and when their voice just distorted. And I was like, I think this be something different. And I was gonna send it to you, be like, well, maybe like watch this and be like, oh, maybe shit's like a different take on it, but it was nothing special. I was like, what the fuck?
So you're more impressed by the Snapchat chill filter video than my goddamn theory that I
Yeah.
worked very hard on.
Here, I'll show it to you.
How is it PG, but that cow gets shot in the head at the beginning?
They don't show it.
They don't show
Just
the-
the
I
gunshot
know, but it
sound.
shows the kids reacting to it.
This man.
It's camera tricks, friend.
Let me see if I can find the video.
Rex Kwando.
Fucking love it.
I need me some American flag pins.
Yeah, see?
You guys ever taken karate classes?
No. It's just voice distributed or voice edited
This
in.
dude is more impressed by voice distortion than actual hard facts and science.
Man, you said it was a theory. And
Yeah.
I'm not behind your theory.
Karate classes.
Fucking Rex Kwando.
You've never taken karate classes.
I've never.
Bro.
Neither one of you?
No.
That might be a thing of the past, bro. Because
I mean, people still
kids
do
still
it.
do it,
People
but-
still do it. It's just like not as big anymore.
Be real.
To keep a
you
strap
don't
on
know
me.
karate like I do.
Hell no.
You know karate?
I'm a trained killer.
Don't look like it.
That's part of the mystique.
Oh shit.
Wait till I put on my gi, my little white robe.
You have a white belt?
Nah, it's yellow. It's piss.
Pissed on it.
Now, fucking, my dad took me to the YMCA when I was like 7 or some shit. 'Cause you could sign up for classes while he'd work out. I would be getting my judo on, you know?
Do you still remember?
No, because it was
Breaking boards and shit.
it was the not fun karate where all they teach you is like routines. It was pretty much like a dance class.
Didn't you tell me about this? And it was like an old like Japanese man that was teaching you.
Old Japanese, possibly Chinese. I don't want to be racist. I can't remember. He was not white. And
That's it. He was just not white.
and his name was Mr. Makata.
I thought you were saying Mr. Miyagi.
Fuck, now he used to carry a staff. Honest to God, a hard, long staff like that Goku behind you in the picture.
Oh, shit.
Fucking, and it was like it was light brown and it was striped with like black stripe all around it.
What was the guy from Kill Bill 2?
Pai Mei.
Yeah, it was like that.
He was like Pai Mei except no beard. He had that cul-de-sac haircut where like all the hair was on the sides. He was really tall and dark skinned. He always wore chanclas. And he would yell. He was like Gordon Ramsay if he was a karate teacher.
Oh shit! Like people like everyone like was like 7. You said?
Yeah.
Damn, I bet you had motherfuckers crying. And then
Fuck yeah, dude. And he had the staff, right? And what he had in the floor was like hardwood, like a basketball court. And he would have us like in poses and shit, doing like the stretches. In position, like the punch, hand tucked in and shit. And we had to count in Japanese. I think he must have been Japanese. We had to count in Japanese. I still remember the fucking numbers because I was so scared.
What's the numbers?
Ich, ni, sun, si, go,
And you even do the
Rock.
voice too.
ku.
Damn,
Joe.
hella racist.
That's how the motherfucker made us do him. If we didn't do him with the accent, he got more mad.
He's like, I'm converting these boys Japanese.
But whenever you'd fuck up,
Trying to start an army.
whenever you would fuck up, I'm gonna put the mic a little away from my head. You would just hear, "Pay attention!" Throw the fucking staff at the floor as hard as he could, and it'd echo right next to your fucking foot, so it barely missed your feet when you chuck it at the floor.
How old is the dude?
Like 90.
God damn.
I remember I had like little Harry Potter glasses at the time, and he called me Glass Boy every time he'd like threaten me.
Should have kept that going.
Would have beat his old ass.
I know. What did that happen to your son, bro?
Oh, that motherfucker turned into dust.
Man, discipline your child. But I was like, okay. Was he actually a good teacher though?
It was
Obviously,
karate, bro.
He remember how to count in Japanese.
All he was a good teacher teaching Japanese, bro.
Just counting numbers.
Let's be real. Karate, there's not a whole lot of shit you can do like defensively. You got to learn like boxing, Muay Thai, or some shit, something that's actually applicable to the real world.
Okay, so let me ask you this then: would you do Rex Kwando?
Rex Kwando?
Yeah.
That looked more effective than what I learned.
Is that what you learned there?
Yeah, that and if the guy spoke like this all the time, that'd be fucking fire.
Dude, I didn't know I could do that voice. Do it again.
Huh?
Do that again.
I'm not a fucking monkey, dude. I will not repeat that voice again.
It's considered voice acting
With a handicap.
with the handicap. I don't know. I was like, I thought Rex Kwando was pretty funny. Like,
Yeah, that guy was in a bunch of other movies, so I always get
I
excited
thought
when
that
I
was
see him.
Steven Seagal.
No.
they got American
Steven
Pants.
Seagal.
Legend. That'd have been great if he was in that movie, but no. And anything else you guys think of Napoleon Dynamite?
No, I mean, other than the Rex Kwando, it was like that whole thing is just funny to me. And then the dance is iconic. I mean, everyone knows the dance. I mean, that's really it. Vote for Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
It's really all that has, honestly, going for it.
What do you guys think of Napoleon's suit?
This man was rocking it.
Fire.
Man, confidence is
I
key.
didn't get that far.
How far did you get?
I keep telling you, I only got like halfway through.
I know,
So
but like,
have you ever seen the movie at all?
I've seen that. I've seen it like he said, like in
In bits.
parts, but I've never watched it from beginning to end.
I guess that's fair.
And
Yeah.
I tried to today, but I just let time, get behind, bro, and I had to take a shower and get over here.
He's like, I was too busy getting high.
That too.
Doing drugs.
Did you watch it while you were high?
Hell yeah, that's why I was laughing so hard at this. Every time I think about that slap, from now on, I'm gonna fucking laugh, bro. And
What
it's
about
gonna be,
the,
like, at the most random time when I think about it?
What about the Hands Club?
The little part.
Where he's like, where they're in front of the whole class and they're doing like the fucking.
yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit cracked me up. Everybody in there looked like
Is that a real
they
thing?
were way too old to be in high school.
I think so.
The Hands Club?
Like presentation. Maybe music class or something. I don't know.
I thought it was a presentation.
It said there's a little sign on the chalkboard behind him that said The Hands Club.
What the fuck was he talking about in the beginning of the movie? Where like the teacher called him up and was like presenting something. He just said like the most random shit ever.
isn't that
They
about-
don't make you guys do that shit? In history class, they make you do a current event.
Nah,
Anything going on in the world, something in the news you learned, you're supposed to get up in front of the class and say, like, my current event is this happened.
No.
And he decided to talk about the Loch Ness Monster getting blown out of the water by the Scottish government.
I was like, what the fuck is this man just randomly come up with?
a protective spell on the
The local wizards have come to cast a protective spell across the town. Nessie is safe.
What the fuck? I was like, this man just came up and was talking about some theories.
You guys never had to do that?
No?
Nah, we watched the current event on that smart board.
That's why you niggas can't keep up with me.
Oh,
They used to-
such an intellectual.
They used to make me do it, right? And you had a 3-minute timer to do it. You had to actually speak. It might have been 2 minutes. 2-minute timer to speak. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to speak for 2 minutes before about something you don't really know shit about, but it's difficult. So I remember what did I do? I think I took out a piece of gum in the middle of mine. And like after I'd started the current event, I was talking slow as it was. And I dropped the wrapper and I went, oops. And I watched it float away and like go under like a chair. And the timer was still going. So I just kind of like, oh, fuck.
Bends
there.
over.
It's
like,
down there.
"Oops, guys."
It's really in there. And got up, said like 20 more seconds. That's how it was done.
She's like, start over.
Yeah, yeah.
He realized he still have 40 more seconds.
Complete waste of time.
Nah, dude, I don't remember doing anything like that, honestly. But then again,
I forgot what we used to watch in high school.
I would say my school was kind of boring.
What it was.
Pedro said he did one on the Black Lives Matter protest. Pedro, how old are you, bro? I don't know. I was just thinking about this the other day.
Where'd you say that? Oh, I see it right there. I'm like, where the fuck did you get? I see it just popped
It's
up.
on the chat on the right over
No, it just popped up right now for me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where'd you get that? Because I'm on the YouTube chat. And
18. He is of age, guys. It's cool. Because I thought I don't know why, in my head, I was like, I wonder if he's like 14, dude. And I'm just talking to like a child.
Wait, you don't know your own beat maker?
Not too well yet. We got to get more in touch, definitely. But I got to figure out how to like do like a fucking, what's that thing called? Like a video chat?
Yeah. A Zoom call?
A Zoom
Or
call.
FaceTime?
I'm old, bro. I don't know the young kids' lingo.
Wait.
You can do it on Instagram, bro, and just add people to it.
You do Instagram, Snapchat.
I'm really excited
Facebook.
to like try the Facebook one.
Wait,
I think that'll get some good
you're
eyes.
telling
Oh
me
yeah, I'll share that shit.
how the hell did you meet your beat producer then?
Huh?
How'd you meet your beat producer?
Oh, he commented on one of my TikToks and the YouTube videos. So I was like, all right, let me see what his beat stuff look like.
Is he from here?
I don't think so.
Pedro, where are you from?
Since I was 14.
Oh, close enough, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Why don't you get him to do a pod with you?
That'd be the mission, bro. Get him in on the Zoom call.
Get him on a Zoom call and do one of those. Oh shit! I thought it was like one of your friends or something,
Nah, really
like
don't do
in
that.
person friends. Because I don't know if you guys are friends already.
Electro, California.
Oh,
you know what that
shit.
is, Ro?
I have no idea where that's at.
No. You're the Cali boy, bro. You're supposed to be my Cali representative.
We're gonna make a tour and go to Cali. Sounds fine.
Worldwide.
Shit. I mean, last time we had someone watching from India.
It's true. El Centro, my boy. I don't know what
Oh,
that
he
is,
meant
but
to
it
say El
sounds
Centro.
sexy.
He meant to say El Centro, California, not Electro.
Oh, I was about to say, where the fuck is Electro? It's a Spider-Man villain, bro.
Electro.
I was like, I think he was a typo.
So you've heard of El Centro, though?
Nah, I think I don't know. Where's
He's like, man, I don't think you're really from
Bro, I was
Cali.
like, dude, quit putting my Cali knowledge on fucking blast, bro.
I'm trying to see where that's at.
Would you ever go to Cali? Have you ever been to Cali?
No.
Right by the border. Which border?
Oh, South Side. I would imagine he's talking about the border,
Yeah, I
not
know.
like a state border.
I don't know. Just fucking with them. You said you never been? Did you ever want to go?
Not, I don't know. Maybe even for like music shit, South.
Oh
yeah.
damn, he's way down south, bro. He's by the border.
That's what he said.
Yeah, you just said that.
I'm up by. I'm from Baldwin Park. That's like 4 hours up north from them.
So you think you're better than him?
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, he's below me.
I'm way above that nigga.
It just gets more expensive as you go up north.
No.
Oh shit. Well, I mean that's cool. I didn't know you were. I thought, like I said, I thought it was like one of your friends that, like your local friends that was like making your beats for you. I didn't know it was like a guy that made.
Nah, these online transactions, man.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah,
pretty
my
cool.
boy, man. Reached out through social medias and shit. We're definitely gonna have to do some type of like visual collab. That'd be fun as fuck.
Oh shit. That's pretty cool.
But moving on, bro. I wanted to talk about fucking like Disney movie conspiracies. I don't know how I went down this rabbit hole where I found some movies.
Should have went to the creepypasta theories.
There are a couple of those also.
I-
But like,
I
what
was-
do you guys know off the top of your head? Like random ones,
Like Disney ones or
Mm-hmm.
like just in general?
just in general.
I don't know a lot of like besides like the Slender one and like Jeff the Killer one and all that, like the generic ones. I don't really know much like that. I know like creepypastas for like video games and like troll pastas, which are just fucking making fun of creepypastas.
Are you guys familiar with the Brothers Grimm?
No, I haven't heard that one.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too familiar with it.
All right, so
Disney movies.
So the Brothers Grimm are the guys who wrote the stories for all the fucking Disney movies that got turned into movies.
If I give you one, will you read it?
A creepypasta?
Yeah, well, troll pasta, but I'll let you believe it's real.
Sure.
All right.
So look, these dudes wrote Hansel and Gretel, Rumpelstiltskin, Frog Prince, Snow White, Cinderella, all that shit. This one dude wrote all those stories. Are these guys? Now the thing is though, when they made those stories, they were made like, I can't even think of like what time period they would have been in. It would have been a long ass time ago. 1812, so the 1800s, bro. So Disney took these stories, they dolled them up, made them all bright colored and shit, and now they're like kid stories, right? But the original stories are always fucked up. They're cautionary tales. They're bloody and gruesome and shit.
Right. Isn't like Hansel and Gretel, like they're like witch hunters who like parents got killed or some shit like that?
I sent you on Instagram.
Well, that's that one movie.
Yeah.
But I think even in the story, that one's actually pretty faithful. They push the fucking witch in the oven and shit. Bitch burns alive.
Yeah,
that one's pretty
fucked up. That was more
up.
like darker. You know what I mean?
I think in the real story, they don't get away. And she actually eats them.
Damn.
But don't you think in the darker version of it, they would have showed that instead?
You would think.
Like, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, but they're not gonna end the movie like that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Wait, was it like an actual Disney movie or was it like a?
Well, this I'm not gonna lie. I don't know a lot about Hansel and Gretel. I know the vague story, but I don't know like what's the actual shit to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say a whole lot. I'm just making assumptions. But the ones I did look up, right? Snow White. You guys know the Snow White story? Vaguely.
Snow White. Which one again?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's frolicking in the forest, bro. She meets 7 fucking dwarfs. She's partying it up with these motherfuckers, living her best life. She has a jealous mother who's the queen. Queen, who's the fairest of them all. And they say Snow White, so she's like, fuck. Can't have Snow White looking better than me. So she sends a witch with a poison apple to give it to Snow White. Snow White eats it, goes into a coma. Bitch knocked out. And that's how the story goes. That's how the movie goes, or whatever. The cartoon remake, everything's golden. And it's all the same up until that point. Now, in the cartoon version, the prince comes, the handsome prince, he kisses her. They wake up. They go back. They do whatever they do. The movie plays out like a kid's movie, right?
Slays the dragon. Yeah.
Slays the dragon. Now, in the real one, in the real story, apparently, the prince doesn't kiss Snow White. The motherfucker is just clumsy, trips over a log, and Snow White's sitting on a table, and he like falls and pulls the fucking table down. Snow White rolls off the table, and she's like, oh, fuck, I'm awake now.
What the fuck? By the way, shout out to 5 viewers.
5 viewers. And so they end up going back to the castle, right? And the queen doesn't know that Snow White's conscious now. So the king tells her, we're having a party. And she's like, oh, fuck yeah, we're going to have a party. There's going to be a wedding. She's like, oh, whose wedding is it? He's like, wait till you see. Now, what the queen doesn't know is that Snow White had already told the king everything that had happened. Hey, this bitch just tried to poison me. So what are you going to do about it? And you know what they do about it? They show up for the wedding celebration. The queen is in attendance, and she sees that there is a pair of metal shoes over a fire that have been burning bright red hot. Metal shoes. They make the queen put the shoes on, burning, scorching hot, and they make her dance until she dies.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? This is like the actual, like...
That's the actual, like, Brothers Grimm fairy tale. Fire, son.
Oh, shit.
That shit's crazy. I heard that one. I never heard that take. Like, I've heard the Cinderella one, but I've never heard that one.
What's the Cinderella one?
I think the only weird thing about Cinderella's, you know how she, like, goes to the ball and she loses her shoe?
Uh-huh.
So they have, like, this competition to see who Cinderella is by making all the bitches in town, like, put their feet in the shoe to see if it fits.
Mm-hmm.
And Cinderella has, like, evil stepsisters that are, like, dick thirsty, trying to, like, get this dude.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when they go to try it, none of their feet don't fit, but they try so hard to make them fit.
Like,
vaguely. But like I said, I haven't looked that one up, so I can't say on everything.
I see.
But the other one, bro, that I found out, motherfucking Rapunzel, son. You know who Rapunzel is?
Yeah, the chick with the long hair.
Bitch with the long hair. I guess they made a Disney movie called Tangled about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Where the girl's locked in the tower. Her hair is getting super duper long. She's keeping the evil witch that took her young with her long hair. I don't know the real story behind it, But what I read, nigga, was crazy. So apparently, right, there was this couple that lived on a farm next to the old witch's farm or her land or whatever. And so the husband in this couple was like, yo, that witch is planting some fire-looking flowers. I'm going to jack one. Takes it, brings it to his woman. It's like glowing and shit. She's like, yo, this is a beautiful-ass flower. Cool, cool. Go get another one. He's like, no. You're going to go get another one. Goes and gets another flower. This time he gets caught. Now, I can't remember the conversation, but somehow the witch tells him, listen, I'm going to spare you unless you give me your firstborn kid. And from what I understand, they literally just went, have her. They gave her a fucking baby. Now, this baby is Rapunzel. She locks the baby in the tower. The baby's hair is growing stupid fucking long. The witch cursed her so that her hair had like these magical properties, this healing shit. Mm-hmm. So Rapunzel's in this tower forever, for a long ass time. The witch climbs up her hair to get into the tower, gets her youth or whatever the hell, leaves. Now, at some point, she's singing like a song right out the window. A handsome prince is walking by. The prince climbs up her window. They have a jolly old good time. Climbs out. And this becomes a recurring thing. One day, the witch happens to be like outside the tower when he climbs up, and then when he comes down. So the witch is off in like some bush or some shit like that. Thought. Hella upset. So the witch climbs up the tower, up Rapunzel's hair, fucking basically flips shit on Rapunzel, chops the bitch's hair off, and then she releases her into the woods. She's like, you know what? Go be a hoe out there in the woods. So now, Rapunzel is lost in the woods. The prince comes back to the tower, and the witch throws the hair out the fucking window. He climbs up the tower thinking he's gonna see Rapunzel. Motherfucker gets to the window, climbs up that bitch. Witch peeks her face out. She ain't home. Snip. Drops his ass from the top of the fucking tower as he's like on the window. And apparently when he falls, somehow he gouges his own eyes out. Doesn't have eyeballs. So because the witch cut the hair, she's trapped in the tower. She lives in there until she starves to death. So now the prince wanders into the fucking woods with no eyeballs. Lost.
Survived that fall?
He survived the fall with no eyes.
No damage?
Wander in the woods. No damage. She doesn't have eyes.
Well, besides that, I'm
He
like,
probably has something else.
No broken back.
yeah, I was like, this man, okay.
It's not the point of it. So he's wandering the woods and he hears a beautiful woman singing. It's Rapunzel. So even though her hair is chopped off, it still has healing properties. She heals his fucking eyes. They live happily ever after. But still, I feel like that's a dark fucking story.
No, as dark as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be like.
I don't know. I think it's a cool, like, the imagery. Like, imagine, like, you think you're climbing up the window to see your girl. And like I said, my fear is haggard women. So to see, like, a bitch's face just... That'd be hella scary, bro.
I guess so.
I'd be dead, I guess. It's like going to see your girlfriend and, like, her mom opens the door or something. She's like, she's not home.
And she doesn't suck you up.
What?
Anyways, so...
I was like, what? I was like, what stories you got going on?
Nah, but yeah, so those are, like, all the extra shit I had for this.
Interesting. I mean, there's, like you said in the beginning, there's fucking theories for everything. There's always some dark version of, like, the original story, even if it's not dark. Or if it was dark and they got to switch to, like, be more kid-friendly.
These are fun, though, because they're, like, the actual fucking, like... Those aren't theories. It's like, this is legit what it's 100%. You look up in the library, that's what the story is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's some that are originally like that, and like I said, they got toned down for kids because, like, oh, we could make a kid thing out of this. Or some theories, like, or some stories where it isn't like it's like for kids or whatever. No intention to be like, not innocent, and then someone will take it and twist it to make it seem like it's either a theory of like, oh shit, this is what it really meant, or they twist it up to make it like a for adults type thing.
You guys think of any current events I can't think of? Because my brain is kind of full of shit.
I know we're doing history class.
Nah, bro. Like, what type of current events?
Have you guys done psychedelics? I never have.
No, sir.
No, I'm okay.
You guys haven't done shrooms or acid or semen?
Nope.
The fuck? Someone on the YouTube chat said Vartech.
What's that?
I have no idea. They just said Vartech.
How you spell it?
VARK.
Varktech?
Capital V and a capital K. Sophia
that?
Steffens. Capital V and capital K.
I don't think that'll change the Google search.
I don't know if it will either, but that's how she spelled it.
Are you a robot, sir?
I will show you the YouTube chat.
Sophia Stevenson. Need more context, friend. But now, yeah, I can't think of any current events, bro. Like something major going on.
Pedro said I've done LSD and shrooms, and my brother said, "Can you guys cover the news on carne asada?"
Mexican Gundam. Carne asada.
Mr. I can't make it Monday, but I can be on the chat. What an ass.
Pedro said he's done LSD and shrooms. I've always had this fear, bro, of doing psychedelics because I feel like my brain is already like so warped and like goes to weird places.
Yeah.
I don't want to see how much like deeper the rabbit hole goes, you know?
And I'd be afraid of not coming back, being stuck in the high, because that shit happens to people, bro. They'd be like, they don't come back to reality. You know what I mean?
You know what I have done before is you guys ever done air duster? Fucking nitrous
Fuck nah,
oxide,
bro. I ain't
nigga.
never done none of that shit.
Bro, when I was in high school, I met some kids that did that shit. So they were like, here, give this a shot. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Keyboard cleaner.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little spray, it's got a straw in it.
You still can't buy it unless you're 18 and over.
I know, they would put the fucking shirt over their mouth, put the straw inside their mouth, hit that bitch.
I used it and got listened to music the whole time.
I would have to do like really small doses of it. But no.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
saying,
I
like,
just
0.2 of a gram.
Yeah, the one thing I never understood, shrooms. Like how does that shit work? Like, how do you know which
You just eat
which
that
one
shit.
gets you high and which one's not just gonna kill you because it's a deadly mushroom that you see?
I've heard, I don't know if this is true. Do they only get shrooms from cow shit?
Nah, I mean, a lot of people grow like that, but
Microdose.
That's the word I was looking for.
a lot of people know how to grow it now without using cow shit. They use actual like dirt and fertilizers and stuff like that.
Why haven't you done it?
Because I'm not, like I said, I don't want to get
I imagine
stuck.
shrooms being like a body high the way it's described.
Nah, it's all like a mental thing.
I
don't
heard
wanna
it's like
get
a psychedelic like type shit.
Yeah, it's a psychedelic.
Everybody I've talked to says they don't trip.
I just ain't got the mind for it, bro.
I was like, I just don't understand it because like
I don't got the mind for it.
like I said, like people will like grow shit and like like I said, how do people know like you're not just gonna eat one and you're gonna die because it's not deadly?
Well, they sell like the seeds for it, just like they sell seeds for weed.
That and is it just like an edible or you just eat it and
Pretty
eventually
much.
kicks you?
Yeah, you could put it in food or whatever. You just eat that shit.
I would do shrooms before any other psychedelic, I think, just because that seems like the least fuck with.
I don't
Like,
know.
imagine an acid strip or fucking.
I had to be like out in nature somewhere and just eat that shit.
Go to a rave and you'll get
Chilling
everything.
like that in nature
Chris, would you ever go to a rave?
on some trails.
Have you gone to a rave? No. Get LSD and just start pumping up. I went with
LSD before shrooms. You're a bold fucking man. What is LSD? Is that acid?
It's just another
Nah.
psychedelic.
Yeah, it's another psychedelic thing. Like I said, LSD is the ones that you usually take at raves.
I'm old, man. I started smoking cigarettes and drinking beers when I was like 12, and I never looked back.
God damn.
That's all he knows.
Yeah, bro. I didn't ever pick up anything else. Yeah, it's acid. You guys ever tried Baja Blast? Straight to the fucking lungs, son.
Nah, I don't really fuck with Taco Bell.
I mean, so like,
I've never tried a Baja Blast.
Do you like Mountain Dew?
Not really.
Then you probably wouldn't like Baja Blast.
okay, so I was like, when it comes to like doing drugs and all that shit, like, at what point do you cut the limit? At what point do you cut the like? Okay, I'm not going past this. Because you know people will be like, "Oh, would you ever do this? Or would you ever try this?" Like, at what point would you be like, "All right, I like once I start experiencing this, I'm like, I don't want to do anything past that."
So I'm comfortable doing what I see other people doing, and they're all right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen somebody well adjusted on meth, so that one's probably out. Heroin, the same deal. Now, yay,
What the fuck is yay?
cocaine. Now, I know of lots of people that do cocaine casually, and they're living everyday successful lives. It hasn't ruined their fucking life. I don't know about you guys, but so for me, I could probably do coke if I really wanted to. It's an expensive habit, though, so probably not.
I don't know if you should be saying that, but okay.
right. I don't think you should be saying that.
I'm not admitting I'm doing anything. I'd say that'd be probably
Guys,
one of the
don't worry,
ones
I haven't.
Legal purposes.
I haven't done it, but you know, I have my fair share of stories.
You know, I know people, two guys with baseball caps.
Hell no, I ain't never touched that shit in my life, bro.
Man, I haven't done that shit.
That's the thing is I'm also afraid of being addicted and creating an addiction. Like, you know, with pills or with cocaine or anything like that. Like I felt like I got an addiction with weed, bro. That's how bad I feel like it is. That's why I don't mess with anything else.
Do you feel like you did, or do you know you did?
I feel like, you know, I pretty much do have an addiction to weed, I guess. I smoke every day. But I don't like fiend it, you know what I mean? I can live a life without it. But when I come home from work, I hit the blunt. Not the blunt, the joint.
He says I keep it neutral, like weed and shrooms.
I respect that.
I respect that.
I just keep it to weed.
But now, I was talking about the air duster thing because the reason I stopped doing it pretty quickly, right? Because we were doing it a lot. One of the side effects whenever you hit an air duster can is it lowers the pitch of your voice about 6 decibels. So you sound like Darth Vader the second you start speaking. You know, like when you hit a helium balloon, your voice gets high pitched.
It's the opposite.
It's the opposite, the extreme opposite.
Oh shit.
As soon as you hit, you go, "Oh shit, what's going on?" Like without even trying to do it, it just naturally fucking happens to your voice. And we thought it was funny as shit. You get a headache, you get a real quick head rush. And one day we were doing it in the basement of my parents' house. We're passing around this can, me and like 4 other dudes. And I took a hit, right? And I shit you not, boys, I leaned my head back, and then all of a sudden everything goes black, right? And then when I come to, I'm floating at the bottom of a swimming pool filled with water.
What the fuck?
Can't feel my arms, can't feel my legs. I'm just floating, bro. But I could talk. And I'm saying out loud, because I know I'm still in the living room, but I'm seeing a fucking swimming pool filled with water that I'm sitting at the bottom of. And I'm like, guys, I can't breathe. And one of my boys, apparently, I don't know this, but he says he slapped the fuck out of me in my face to, like, get me out of it. Because he said I was, like, on stuck mode, just, like, slobbering on myself. And I remember after that really, like, scared me off the shit. I was like, yeah, we're not playing around with this shit.
I bet it did.
I don't want to go back there, you know? So this is another example of why I don't want to peek behind the curtain.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't fuck with that shit either.
Like, how do you even fucking, like, fathom why your brain goes to that, bro? Fuck that. And that was me at 14.
God damn, Cruz. Your parents really didn't love you. No, I'm kidding.
They're very liberal. It was nice.
No, I'm kidding. I'm sure your parents love you.
It's cool they don't.
Damn. Okay. No, because it's like...
They bought you the can of air?
They're like, go have fun. No, because it's like... You see people that are addicted to shit and like that, right? But then it's like... Curiosity kills the cat. But at the same time, you figure you would have limits of like, all right, I'm not going to... Like, I'll do this, but I'm not gonna do anything past that type shit.
So what's your limit?
I don't know. I feel like anything that gives me the experience past like weed, I think I'm okay.
But weed is like base level. Everything's gonna give you something stronger than weed.
I know, but I'm saying like, because like whenever I get drunk or whenever I'm high, I'm more of a chill person. I'm more relaxed. I'm more chill. I'm more confident type of person. But anything when I haven't tripped or anything yet though. I think when moments start tripping is maybe when I'm like, all right, I think I'm out.
How do you feel more confident? I picture like Spider-Man 3 when the dude's like fucking
Walking
doing the
through
dance
the-
outside the bar.
You haven't seen me drunk, that's why.
My bad.
So I was like, that's probably why. But I don't know. Like to me, it's like I think anything after I start tripping, where if it gets really bad, I'm like, I think I'm out. But I think, like I said, I've only done those two. I've only gotten drunk and I've only gotten high. But I don't think I've ever want to try anything else.
Yeah. So you've only done weed and alcohol is what you're saying.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
only blacked out and gotten high.
How about you? Did you just stick to weed?
Yeah. I'm taking I popped a few pills here and there, but it's not a habit.
You ever done ecstasy?
Nah, it was mostly like, I did like hydros, I did
said
oxy,
painkillers.
I did morphine one time. That shit fucked me up. That's the shit that I was like, nah, I'm good.
Morphine?
FBI's
Yeah.
watching, like, go on. Keep going.
right.
Keep going. What's the address?
Well, nah, you can
We're
say
actually
it.
out.
I know.
My boy, I was with two homies and we were out like downtown just fucking around, and that shit hit while we were out. That shit fucked us up. I was like, damn, bro, I think this shit's starting to hit. We were like zombied out, and the other homie that was with us, he didn't take one. He was completely sober. So that motherfucker was like, bro, you guys are zombied out. We were fucked up. And then the last time I took a prescribed pill was when I cut my finger, and that was years ago. That was when my wife had just given birth to my son, and they gave her some like Tylenol with codeine.
Yeah.
And well, I don't think it was yeah, it was that. It was around that time, and I cut my finger, and that shit was just hurting that night. So I popped two of those and smoked some weed, bro, and I felt like I was floating.
You're in the delivery room, bro, right next to your unconscious child, just like Stephen
Nah,
Hawking.
I mean not like that. Not like that day. It was months after, but she had these pills there at the house because she had just given birth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I popped like two of them, and I smoked, bro. I felt like I was floating on the clouds, man. I was just sitting on the floor chilling. But now I just stick to weed. I don't.
Yeah, dude, I don't trust pills because I've remember how I said I'm observant of how people respond to certain things.
Uh-huh.
And I have many of friends who I've seen who were, just taking spontaneous pills and shit, bro. And I didn't like what it did to them. Like, I felt like it just made them dumber.
Yeah.
Like, not even like funny dumb, like sad dumb.
Nah,
like
for
that,
real,
damn.
bro. No, you ain't joking, bro. I've actually experienced that not that long ago with somebody. I've known this kid for a minute, and he just got on that pill popping shit, man. And I ran to him at Family Dollar like a month or two ago, and he was like, "Oh, like, that motherfucker was sweating." First of all, he was sweating. He was hella skinny. He used to be like real chubby, bro. And he was hella skinny. He was sweating, and you can just see in his eyes he looked fucking like just dumb, bro. He was like, he was there, but like the lights were on, but nobody was home, and he was talking to me. He was like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Oh, I need a haircut. I was just gonna hit you up," and just saw I tweaked that. I was like, "All right, bro, just hit me up."
This man asking for a haircut. He's like, this man was off his ass.
I was like, "All right, bro." I was like, "All right, bro, just hit me up." He's like, "When can you get me in, man?" He's like, "I really need it bad." I was like, "Bro, just hit me up."
He's like,
I
I need it
was
now.
I was just trying to get the fuck out of there. This dude was tweaked out.
I got friends that went off of rails when they started fucking with pills. I mean,
Relatable, clearly.
yeah.
But the worst thing I ever saw motherfuckers on, bro, was I had some boys who I was really close with. They took wet angel dust. Now, I don't know how they did it. I just know that they showed up at my house after the fact. It was me, Cody, and these dudes pull up in this car, right? And to me, it reminds me of that story in Miami about the dude who like turned into a zombie and started trying to like eat somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I could equate it to, is what these two dudes were like. They were legitimately like, you think it's like in the movies they make fun of it, when motherfuckers are like itching themselves and they're all like talking like like that. Like, these motherfuckers were really doing that. These were dudes I went to high school with like just a couple months out. And I remember somebody told me wet is embalming fluid.
Yeah.
So the shit they use to like preserve bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what these motherfuckers took, bro, and it was scary.
They
Like,
usually just like dip a cigarette in it or something.
you imagine like every spaced out homeless dude you run into that like seems weird. Like, imagine if like your closest friend all of a sudden just developed that personality like overnight.
Oh shit.
I was like, nah, bro, this ain't it. So that's why I don't experiment a lot.
That's fair. I mean, you like I said,
I'll
you
just
don't
stick
know
to
how
weed,
you
bro.
react, and then you don't want to get it to be or like you get hooked on it.
If I want to have a real good time, I'll drink a little bit and then smoke, and I'll be
Crossfaded.
crossfaded.
Yeah,
And I'm good.
we're switching up.
And I'm good. I don't need.
Well, boys, another one bites the dust. You guys want to replug the Instagram handles?
I'm okay. It's like not for this.
Yo, follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok, Death Taco Pod.
Good podcast, GG.
Shout out to Pedro for being on this journey with us.
#1 loyal fan.
If you don't see me on anymore, it's because I got canceled. Just letting you know.
And he's gonna have a talk with HR.
You're gonna see this and be like, "Yo, step into my office real quickly."
And now follow the YouTube Death Taco Podcast, Facebook page of the same name. Also, fuck with the email. Send me songs and shit. I want to do like a music reaction live stream, just reacting to people's fucking songs. Think that'd be fun. But with that being said, I'm Chris.